Hello there, Dragon Quest fans, and welcome to episode 6 of Square Enix Plays Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe and The Blight Below. In this episode, I'm going to give you a combat guide to all the characters from Dragon Quest 5 and 6 that feature in Dragon Quest Heroes. So let's go! So here we are at the Colosseum with Bianca, Nera and Terry. Bianca and Neera are the two ladies on the left and right who are from Dragon Quest 5, and Terry in the middle is from Dragon Quest 6. So, let's get stuck in, shall we? Let's start off with Bianca. Now, Bianca, as you can see, wields a bow and arrow, so she is a long-range character. Not to say she doesn't have some close-range attacks. She's got that dive kick that can do some damage and also propel her to safety. And she's also got a somersault kick as well. But naturally, her main attacks all revolve around the trusty bow and arrow. So, she's also got a nice sweeping, powerful sweeping kick that... Oh, looks like Neera knocked him out. A sweeping kick, which is this, which can send enemies flying if they get too close. But her main normal attack, that is her charge up attack with a bow and arrow. So if you hold down the square button, you can go into a targeting mode and you can charge up the bow and arrow. So when you've leveled up enough, there are 3 different stages of, I suppose, charge you can do. So you can tell by the colour of the arrow which one you have charged up. So blue is the most powerful. That's a piercing critical blow. Then you've got yellow, which is, let's do that again, which is a wide arcing kind of, I suppose, a spread shot. And then you've got red, which is the quickest, which is an exploding arrow. And while you're aiming as well, you can also jump to the left and right to dodge any incoming attacks. I mean, it's not the most maneuverable move you can do in this game, but it's enough to get Bianca out of trouble. I mean, unfortunately, she can't jump forward or backwards, so she is limited on how she can move in this state, but better that than getting hit in the face. So, special attack wise, she's got Plasma Dome, which is an aimable kind of mortar attack, which drops basically an explosive arrow of lightning. So it causes a lightning dome to land, which will electrocute any enemy in the vicinity, like so. And then she has, this is my favorite move, Rain of Pain. Now this is a homing attack, so you target enemies with your targeting reticule, and then the attack will home in on those enemies and do big damage. Really, really handy. Let's see if I can... Come on, walk into it. Yeah, take that. Oh, wasn't quite enough though. It's alright, Lucius had them. So her main magic spell is Frizz, which can be charged up to Cat Frizz. And this is basically a giant flame pillar kind of spell. And she also has the spell Snooze, which can put enemies to sleep, leaving them open for you to shoot them if your teammates don't get to them first. And yeah, that is basically how Bianca plays. That is her fighting style. So yeah, she's obviously more of a support character, more of a character to stay in the back and deal damage from long range. but it also means she's quite versatile. Although she's not particularly great against fast-moving enemies. So, let's talk about Neera. Neera is quite a technical character. She's, her fighting style revolves around magic bubbles. So, like so. So, any enemy that touches these bubbles gets damaged, and so if you'll reach those, hooray! But what you'll also do is you can cause the bubbles to explode, like I just did. So, triangle button launches your balloon, your bubble, and then you hold down the triangle button and you can cause it to explode for big damage. So, Neera is much more adept at setups. What she can also do is she can create a magical barrier, which is great for crowd control, and also causes any bubble that touches it to explode on impact. So again, you can shoot a bunch of bubbles, follow them up, get close to your enemies, cause a barrier, cause it to explode, and push them back as well. So again, as I mentioned, she's quite technical. So, ooh, bunch of trolls. Yeah, so her regular physical attack is a swipe of her baton, which fortunately is not particularly strong and is pretty slow. Ooh. But on the offset of that, every time you hit an enemy with Neera's baton, she gets MP back. Like so, which is handy. Boom. Right in the face. So, her spells, they all very work well together. Now, they're all comboable. Now, look, what I mean by that is that she has two spells, main spells, let's say, Maelstrom and Miracle Moon. Miracle Moon is an attack. Actually, they're not paying attention. Okay, let's go around their blind spot while I show you what Miracle Moon is. Miracle Moon is an aerial effect spell that damages enemies that get hit by those crescent moons, the spinning crescent moons. And Maelstrom is a vortex kind of spell that sucks enemies in. And you can see where I'm going here. So if you combine the two, Maelstrom will suck enemies in and Miracle Moon will do all the damage. If you level up enough, you can also power them up to be infinite, so they don't ever stop. So you have endless Maelstrom and endless Miracle Moon. So suck enemies in, keep them in place, and Miracle Moon do massive damage. It's not for free though, they still cost MP to keep the spells going. What you can also do is you can combine these two spells with a bang spell. So while enemies are trapped in the Maelstrom and getting damaged by Miracle Moon, you can charge up your bang spell to kaboom and blow them up as well. So yeah, great for setups. Just gotta make sure you can create an opening. So let's dispel Maelstrom and Miracle Moon and see. Neera's final spell, her support spell, is Oomph, which increases the party's attack. So now let's talk about Terry. Now, at first glance, Terry looks quite similar to Lucius and Aurora. I mean, he equips a sword and shield. His combos, his basic combos, I should say, are pretty similar. However, he's got some very, very key differences. I mean, one, his element is lightning. He's also got this charge up somersault attack, which is awesome. And his abilities differ quite a bit. So he's got Gust Slash, which is a lot more focused than Lucius's Inferno Slash. Lightning Strike, which unlike Lucius's Flame Strike, as you can see, travels really far. let's bring up Lucius. So Lucius is Flame Slash, sorry. His Flame Slash is kind of like a downward explosive kind of attack, whereas Terry, you can see, does sort of that, but the lightning also travels much further. Well, actually, it does travel more, and actually, you see, it does quite a bit of damage. Ooh, look at that. Now, what's really special about Terry is his Falcon Slash move. So let's get stuck in and I can show you what that does. So Falcon Slash splits Terry into 3 shadows or clones. Now, unlike Elena and her Divide and Conquer ability, Terry's clones all follow directly behind him, so it doesn't increase his range, but what it does do is it basically means that every attack Terry does hits 3 times. So you see 3 hits for every one. The second and third hits don't do as much damage as the first, but basically do 3 times as much damage. Much more focused damage, I should add. And that goes across all of his moves as well. And combine that with Miracle Slash, then you've got quite a formidable foe, especially one-on-one. Now, what Miracle Slash does is it regenerates Terry's HP. So every time you hit the enemy with Miracle Slash active, Terry will regain HP. And then if you combine out with Falcon Slash, that means you get much more HP back. And of course you do loads of damage. So yeah, that is Terry. So, put me to sleep. Come on, Terry, wake up. So yeah, don't write him off as just another swordsman. He's got a lot of really cool abilities that, you know, really allows him to come into his own. And he is really, I think anyway, he's really good against bosses. So, let's see his coup de grace attack, shall we?
Here goes nothing!
Which is called Lightning Storm.
You asked for it! Lightning storm!
See you later. Nice. Beautiful.
Understood.
Alright.
So, let's finish these guys off. Oh, I almost feel bad. It's a little heal sign. That. And let's find these monsters up here. And then I can show you Bianca's coup de grace attack, which I love because of its name.
Now comes the fun bit.
So here is Ribbon Let Die.
Go get him, Percy. Good boy.
Shame there wasn't more enemies up here to really showcase that off a bit more. But yeah, those of you who have played and finished Dragon Quest V will probably recognise that Saber Cat. He's got quite a bit of significance to the story in that game, and if you haven't played it, then you definitely should. So, let's get Neera in the field. So, you know what? Let's see a little bit. Let's power up her high tension gauge. Speed up the process a little bit. Here we go. Nice. So power up.
I feel so invigorated.
And her coup de grace attack is Big Banger.
I told you to leave me alone. Big banger.
Bang-a-rang. Ooh. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, pal. So yeah, that is basically how the 3 characters handle and how they play. So you can see there's really big variety in how these characters work. And if you remember how the characters from Dragon Quest IV handle in our previous video, then you can see that each character has a very distinct fighting style. And I would say that the two Dragon Quest V ladies, Neera and Bianca, are definitely more supporting kind of characters. Definitely not necessarily for the very front lines. And I suppose they are much more adept at fighting huge hordes of monsters. I mean, depending on how fast the boss is, or the bigger monster is, then they are still viable to use against those characters or those situations, let's say. But it might be just a little bit tough to really get your attacks to connect. Neera, if you're clever, you can really set up the attack so that the bosses will just keep walking in and falling for your traps. Whereas Bianca, it's still, I mean, her abilities, I mean, there's a lot of her attacks that can still be really useful against fast-moving bosses. But yeah, that takes a lot of skill, and maybe a lot of practice is all you need. And then Tele is, yeah, I think he's a real pro when it comes to one-on-one fights and big bosses. Oop, this guy, so I was going around it. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing how these characters fight. In our next video, I'm going to show you how the characters from Dragon Quest VIII fight. How their fighting styles differ from the 6 characters I've shown you in the last 2 videos. And I'm also going to show you how Pissarro handles, what his fighting style is like. Now, Pissarro, if you're unaware, is a bonus DLC character. Well, he was a bonus DLC character in the Japanese release of Dragon Quest III, but in the Western release of the game, we have bundled all of the additional DLC on the disc for free. So you will have access to him throughout your course of the game as well. So I'll show you what he's all about. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon.